Today's wellness news you can use is brought to you by Cognuro.
Welcome back, everybody. We are talking a little wellness news you can use now. Trip, what if I told you that you could download an app that would help you prevent Alzheimer's, memory loss, and even in some cases help turn those symptoms around in a matter of a few weeks, and probably for about 1 minute a day?
Was there a question in there?
You got nothing? You need the TAP app.
I might, but show me. Tell me more.
So now what if you had a kiddo that was struggling not only with emotional outbursts and things like that at school, having a really hard time, but not even reading at grade level, and as little as 3 weeks doing 1 minute a day with the child on this app, they could be turned around from an emotional level, as well as 3 months be reading grade level and being top of the class. So this is an incredible piece of technology. In functional neurology, they have used metronome and timing to work with their brain exercises to help develop new neural pathways and neuroplasticity. It's been around forever, but the thing about the timing is they just don't know if you're actually doing the timing they're asking you to do. And there was no way to track it. So you'd have typical metronomes. Your functional neurologist would be giving you great exercises to help you be faster, better, stronger with your brain, but there was no way to really know you're working at the right speed for your brain. And it turns out that is like the key to the kingdom for everyone, from dementia to kiddos having struggles with ADHD and emotional outbursts. I mean, it's all tied together with the way the brain functions and how to get those new pathways going. And TAP app does it for you. There's an assessment right in the app, so you can find out what your speed is, and then you can get going and be on your way to faster, better, stronger you.
Wow. So the nuns at my school used to do tap app. Yeah, they tap you on the hands with a ruler or a pointer. Being beaten does have a tendency to focus you on what's going on. My assumption is this is much more child and adult friendly.
It is much more child and adult friendly. It's an incredible piece of equipment. And the case studies they've been able to do within Brain Rehab Clinic and Cognuro, because Dr. Hatches, of course, the doctor at Brain Rehab Clinic, he is like boots on the street. He has been creating these products with his team at Cognuro to better his industry while he's working on building it with his own patients every step of the way. So it's incredible. It is so fun to think about in the world we live in right now, that having a tool be able to help you get through everything. Technology, you can make it work to your advantage if you're able to do some of these brain hacks. And really, you can turn back the clock when it comes to neuroplasticity. So,
tell me more.
Dr. Hatch is going to give you all of the technical information that we clearly didn't get to, and we'll just be tapping away while you get all the information you need from him.
Talk 365 TV's Wellness Minute is brought to you by Cognuro with wellness team expert Dr. John Hatch.
What they used to believe, the research that's out there, is you need 45 minutes of metronome training for up to 12 to 15 weeks to get an outcome. And I'm seeing that type of outcome in 2 to 3 weeks with the correct speed. Again, the correct speed is what makes all the difference in a brain's high executive functioning. If you're struggling in school, if you're struggling with memory, if you're struggling with precision, TAP app is your answer to fix your problem and get you to the next level. Hi, I'm Dr. John Hatch here at Brain Rehab Clinic to introduce to you the new TAP app. You might be asking yourself, why do I need this? What's so important about this? I've been a practitioner for over 10 years, and I have seen advancements in all the fields of neurology, in brain development, in assessing the brain, and yet there's been one thing that has stayed pretty neutral throughout, and that's a metronome. Why do we use timing and metronome? Because it's all about timing. Timing is a precision area of your brain that deals with the high executive frontal lobe, your temporal lobe, that stores memory, language, learning, mathematics, artistic language, everything, as well as the cerebellum that coordinates the whole thing together. And if you don't do it in the correct timing and the correct precision, you're not going to get the outcome. Currently, what we have out there is a few metronomes that people play on their phones with their app. Now, here's the biggest problem. One, we first discovered that in the world of metronome timing type of systems, there's just one speed fits all, which we know that's not going to work. But then there's no accountability whether you're going to hit the speed on the right dot at the right time. And the ones that are out there, they're high functioning, high cost, and accessibility is little to none. Or they break on a regular basis. For the last 7 years, I've been giving brain exercises with specific speeds, but I don't know, did they hit the speed right? Do I have the speed going in at 30 beats per minute and their eyes are moving at 35 beats per minute? Do I have the speed programmed at 40 beats per minute and their eyes are moving at 50, or they're moving their head? If you need precision and you need to improve your brain, don't you need that daily? How do we do that? Simply on an app. TAP app has solved the biggest concern I have been dealing with patients with developmental disorders, learning disorders, reading issues, mathematical issues, aging brain, dementia, Alzheimer's, even those high executives that just feel they're not functioning at the level that they should. Or what we like to call for others, that mommy brain that gets fatigued and exhausted. And how do you bring that brain back up? Activate it correctly. And the best way to activate it is by timing and precision accuracy. And we do that within the TAP app. Now you might say, I don't need precision, I'm doing really well. Are you? Do we have the full development of our brain? Are we elderly and we're losing that cognitive preciseness? Are we developmentally delayed and we're trying to fit a child into a system that doesn't work with that child? Why? Because if a teacher talks really fast or a teacher talks really slow, but your brain processes at the opposite of that teacher, you're not getting the results in school. So school becomes more problematic. Now, do we need a teacher that can speak to all the different speeds? No, we just need the children to be training at their individual speed so they can process at whatever the teacher gives. This is the magic of what true metronome timing can do for our brains. Now you might ask, well, what speed is mine? That's the great thing about our app. Our app, under the assessment, you can go right in and assess the speed and see what speed processes best for your brain. Generally, people are somewhere between the 50 and 60 range, but it doesn't matter. It matters what your brain needs. And once you learn that, then you can train at any other speed and your brain can process at the highest level. Again, for both the developing brain, for the high executive brain that wants to keep pushing its level, for the musician that wants to be more precise, for the artist that wants to be more precise in his artistic side, for the sports athlete that wants to have correct timing and precision. In anything and everything that we do, the research shows that when you have timing and you do anything you do to a metronome, the correct speed is what makes all the difference in a brain's high executive functioning. How do we know if they're exactly accurate in training that timing mechanism? And this involves your frontal lobe, your temporal lobe, and your cerebellum that balances everything that works with memory, communication, working memory, recalling old things. Like this all works together. So if we can precisely prescribe where your breakdown is and your speed and give you the solution at your speed and train at that speed, it's going to make all the difference. And not only for your outcome, even a practitioner like myself can know you're actually doing the exercise correctly and getting the outcome that you need because the results are consistently logged within the app. And you can share that with your doctor, you can share that with your family member, whatever you want to do, so we can handle all the chaos that comes at us in every way. I want you to know that I love TAP. I use it on a daily basis. My children ask to use it. They want to improve their brain. Everyone always wants to do it, but it always seems so daunting and you don't know where to begin. Well, if you don't have that drive and that motivation, download it on your phone, on your tablet, and you can do it right here, right now, and make the difference in your brain to give you the drive to get off that couch and go change your world, go change your environment, and make a difference in your life today.